Hi, everybody, and welcome to our 3-day coach sneak peek. My name is Brianne Wetzel, and I will be hosting you for the next 3 days. So, welcome. We're very happy to have you with us. So, I wanted to take a few minutes and share my story with you about how I got involved with Team Beachbody. So, I have been with Team Beachbody since January of 2013, but my story actually goes back to, gosh, maybe 9 months before that. We had just moved to our home. We live in northwestern Connecticut. And at that time, our girls were 4 and about 4 or 5 months old. And my husband had gotten hurt right outside our house in our front yard. And he ended up being out of work for 12 weeks. And when you are a one paycheck family, and that paycheck goes away, you really are in a lot of trouble. So he was out of work for 12 weeks. We were very, very thankful to have a disability policy that at least paid our mortgage. Without that, we would have lost our house. So that was enough to pay our mortgage and keep our lights on. Everything else that we needed went on our credit cards. And we, of course, had just paid them off. Gas, groceries, doctor's appointments, things for the kids, anything that we needed, any extra bills, everything went on our credit cards. And I just remember feeling so stuck, feeling like there has to be something else. There has to be something out there for me. I had worked in the advertising field before I had our oldest daughter, who is now 7. And I felt like there was something that I could do, but I couldn't find work that would cover the cost of daycare and still bring home a substantial income. Anything part-time really wasn't going to cut it. So I started looking for work from home jobs, and there was really nothing out there that, first of all, really would give me what I was looking for and really light some kind of fire in me. I wanted something that was going to make me feel good about what I was doing. And I just remember having this feeling like there has to be something out there for me. And my mom had signed up with Beachbody in the fall of 2012. And she started talking to me about Shakeology, which you all will learn more about. It's our nutritional. And she said, I've been drinking this and you really should try it. You don't eat healthy enough. And I was like, no, that's not me. I don't do shakes. I'm not that person. And she wore me down and she said, just give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'll stop asking. So I said, okay, fine. And I bought a bag of Shakeology, even though we really did not have the money for it. Once my husband went back to work, we were trying to catch up on bills and get caught up and started to pay down all of these cards. And I drank Shakeology for about a week, and I couldn't believe how good I felt. It was like, this was how my body was supposed to feel. I wasn't supposed to be tired. I wasn't supposed to feel sluggish all day. I wasn't supposed to feel like I needed 5 cups of coffee to kind of get through the day or, freak out without that afternoon cup of coffee. And I just remember feeling better and sleeping better and feeling like all those cravings that I had when the kids went to bed at night and I was just bored, I didn't want to eat. I just felt better. And I remember thinking, what, I feel like I should keep drinking this. I feel like this is good. This is something that would be good for me. And that took a lot because I wasn't one of those shake people that they like to say, which I just wasn't. But we really couldn't afford it. We really couldn't afford for me to stay on it at the time. My mom had said, well, if you sign up as a coach, you can get a discount on your Shakeology. And I thought, okay, I'll do that. And that was what I did. I signed up as a Beachbody coach to save $35 a month on my Shakeology. That's why I signed up. And she was like, I think if you're curious, you can go online. I think there's training somewhere. I don't know where, if you're curious about the opportunity. And I was like, I kind of think I just want to drink my shake, but let me go online and let me look. And once I found in our coach online office, I was looking for the training and I stumbled upon this little tab called Success Stories. And I thought it was, people who have lost weight with Shakeology and the Beachbody product. You know, I'd heard of P90X. I was one of those people who had almost bought Insanity 6 or 7 different times while I was up at night when my girls were little. And of course I never did. And that's what I thought I was going to find. And what I found was something completely different. It was success stories of coaches. And it was success stories of coaches who were just like me. They were moms. They were, parents who had good jobs, but somehow were still struggling. You know, there was never anything extra. Kids always had everything that they needed, but there was never anything extra to do fun things. Or people who were living paycheck to paycheck. And they were able to take this opportunity and they were able to turn it into something just completely amazing, you know. And I remember sitting there and being like, you know what, these people are just like me. They were families who had, you know, one rough thing kind of happen and it totally derailed them, whether it was an injury, whether it was somebody being laid off, whether they were victims of the real estate crash or the economy going down a few years ago. And they found Beachbody and they found this opportunity and it totally turned their lives around. And I just remember sitting there and going, you know what? This is it. This is the opportunity that's going to check yes to everything that I've been looking for. This is something that's going to allow me to bring home some income. It's going to allow me to help people to find that fire inside me again. And I think that, one reason I couldn't find something that I wanted to do from home or wanted to do was because I never wanted to just be someone who just kind of sat somewhere all day. I wanted to do something. I wanted to feel like I was making an impact on the world. I wanted to feel like what I did mattered and to set the example for my girls that, you know what, any one person can make a difference, whether you are making a difference to hundreds of people or you're making a difference to one person. That was what I really wanted to teach them, was that any one of us can go out there and just make things happen and change the world. And that's what this opportunity was going to allow me to do. So I kind of took it and I just jumped in with both feet. I went through as much training as I could find. I listened to calls from top coaches. I watched their videos. I, did everything that I could. And I realized how much I loved the company and I loved the products and I love what the company stands for. That all we want to do is help people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives and really put an end to this obesity epidemic that's here in this country. We have right now 300,000 coaches. There are 200 million obese people in the United States. So we need your help. So if you're here, we're so happy that you're here. Please take in all that you can over the next 3 days. Ask questions. Don't feel like you can't ask any questions. There are tons of coaches in here. We want to hear you. We want to hear what you're nervous about. We want to hear what you're excited about. I hope that we'll answer all of your questions. So I'm so happy to have you all with us. And I hope that at the end of these 3 days, we will have all of you joining our team.